All right, welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast Show. Right about now, we're still talking about the lockdown. We'll bring you that video while it is ready. But while we begin to call our guest, of course, to receive the call from our guest who's going to talk to us about compliance issues. The church that was locked down, you were talking about that while we were talking about the headlines.
Yeah.
And Lagos State has also sealed off
The mosque.
The mosque also this week. And now people are saying a lot of things. Why would they seal up a church? Why would they call it this one? And a lot of news have been going around, and people have been saying all sorts, abusing the government. In fact, some even went to the point of saying that the government of the day are not sensitive, and they should know by now that it is more beneficial to us as a people to have the churches and the mosques, open.
I had on the show last week Saturday.
Yes.
I had we talked about the effect of COVID-19. Okay, 2 Saturdays ago on the religious institutions, and I had a pastor and an imam on the show. And one thing that I picked out from that interview was that the imam said to me that usually that then he had 20 people in the mosque.
Yes.
He didn't have more than, I think, 25 in the mosque that day. And he said that usually in the religion of the Islam that you have Safudede, something Safudede, that at one point during their prayers that they say to themselves, you touch yourselves or something like that, and Safudede and something like that. He said to me that when they got to that point, and he just said to everybody, no Safudede today. No Safudede, and people were looking at him. He said, yes, we should understand the reality, and God knows you understand, and that's what religious leaders should, we shouldn't mix up religion with, we shouldn't throw caution to the wind
Because we're being religious.
Religion. And I really,
is it even about the religion itself? I think this has given the opportunity for a lot of people to, say all sorts about pastors. It has given them the opportunity to disrespect the office of our religious leaders simply because they themselves
are not obeying the laws of the land.
They're not obeying the laws of the land, and this makes it seem as if they do not see these laws as being important enough. But if we look at it and we see it as important, then why not? Why wouldn't we be able to do the right thing? Why would it be difficult for us, to do the right thing? That's the way it is for me. If we're going to be having issues doing the right thing, then we should just let it go, Let's just let it go. Let's take a look at that video from Desmond Elliot while we receive our call from the pastor who is going to contribute into the show this morning.
My name is Desmond Elliot. I am the Honorable Member representing Surulere at the Lagos State House of Assembly, Surulere Constituency 1. Firstly, this pandemic is not what anyone ever thought would happen this year. But here it is. We are here today, and it's affecting everybody. Rich, poor, small, big, white, black, yellow, blue, and there's only so much we can do as individuals and also as representatives of our people. The best we can do is sensitize them and also try and ameliorate some of the problems they have. The truth is we are in an underdeveloped country and there's a lot of poverty, we can't do everything, but we can only just let the people know that we are with them. So what I did was had meetings with some of my team members, and we just thought of ways we could, affect our immediate constituency and also beyond. Don't forget, I'm also in the movie line as well, so I've also been in talks with Emeka Rollers, who is the president of the Actors Guild. There's something we're working on right now, also trying to reach out to a lot of people, because the truth is, like in other worlds, people are looking for the peak period, and Nigeria hasn't gotten to that period yet. So it's growing, it's a negative thing, but you definitely get to a peak period before it starts to decline. I hope we don't get too far. and that's why government is putting things in measures in place to making sure that people are safe. Majority of the people are safe, if not everybody. So what I did, we did a lot of flyers, we sensitized, we divided ourselves into groups, went around Surulere. Also, I had celebrities come along, and simple, wonderful, kind-hearted Chico Ejiro handled all of that. Had Polo Basili, Shegu Arinze, Zach Oji, and Obi Osotu. If you don't handle stomach infrastructure, which is part of what we did as well. Had bags of rice, bags of gari, noodles, ready to make stews, just in case the fire can't work. You can just get that, and we dispersed. We didn't want to make it look like a political thing, so we involved the CDAs and the CDC as a body, and we gave it to them for onward. But the truth is, it can never be enough. It can't, So we did that, and amongst that, I still have some sanitizers, because I still heard, we're also trying to. So these ones are yet to be packaged. I just got delivery yesterday. So we have 500 here to make it 2,500. Maybe. Well, after we distribute this, it becomes 2,500. A lot of times we use people you call ward chairmen. We use the wards to distribute. And we discovered that, or people discovered that, when you do that, you're only appealing or appeasing the politicians, the local politicians or whoever is into politics in your jurisdiction. So I think it was a brilliant idea to use the CDAs. And the reason is because those are the community development associations. Those are the meetings that everybody, politician, non-politician, once you're a resident, you should attend your CDA meetings. You talk about
All right, welcome back. Still talking about COVID-19. Right now, we're looking at the lockdown issue and the need for us to obey, especially our religious leaders. And Pastor Isaac Abiara joins us all the way from the United States of America. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How is COVID-19 treating you guys over there?
Oh, well, 90% of this country is on lockdown. And it's just the message that the government, everybody, the doctors, the officials are telling everybody just to stay home.
So, have with me on set as well, Yinka Kenny, and we'll be asking you some questions when it has to do with the level of compliance of religious leaders over there versus what we have here in Nigeria. So let's take a look at it. When the government did say that they were shutting down churches and mosques and religious centers basically in Nigeria, how did it come across to you? You're a Nigerian, first of all, and I know that you're pastor of a church, a Nigerian church in the United States. So how did that come across to you? Was it important? Was it necessary?
Well, initially, because as religious leaders, as pastors, the first thing you want to say, you want to look at is, oh wow, how will my people come to church and stuff like that. So the initial reaction was maybe the government is using this to muzzle religious worship. So the first initial reaction is, well, you know what?